Good morning, it's Tandy the Canadian Stamper. Welcome to Saturday Morning Crafting. If you're new here, every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock Pacific time, we do some crafting. And today's a special day because I have a brand new class to share with you. I'm elated. I've spent probably 5 hours designing this class. I'm gonna show it to you. It's a 3D framed sampler using the traditions of Christmas. So if you're not sure what a sampler is, stay tuned. I'm going to show you that when I get the camera turned around. If you know what a sampler is, you know that they're gorgeous. They're just gorgeous. So what do you do with a sampler? Well, it's a framed print, not a print, it's a framed piece of decoration for your house for Christmas. Or you could certainly gift it. This, personally, I would keep mine. I'm going to keep mine for decorations. But you could certainly gift it as well. So the class is reasonable at just $40 and you get a whole pack of DSP and the frame. But I only have 8 spots available because that's how many frames I have. But I'll show you that in a minute. I'm super pumped about it. So the other card that we're doing today, first I was going to do this card here, this one. And because I love me some scenes, of course. And then when I was finishing the sampler class that I'm going to show you, I was like, I have to use the tradition of Christmas for the project today because I love it. So let's get rocking and rolling so that I can show you. I did some die cutting and stuff, so I'll show you all the bits and pieces. And let's do it. Good morning to everybody. So let me do the, show you what we're working with today and adjust my camera and everything. And then I'm gonna show you this, the craziness of this class, how excited I am about it. So Traditions of Christmas, this is the suite that's featured on our mini catalog that's there. And so that's this suite here with the dies, the sentiment, the DSP, designer series paper. So I'm on page 21 and it's a whole suite. And so what that means is that, so there's 2 stamp sets, there's 2 sets of dies. So you can buy the whole suite all together, which includes the 2 stamp sets, the 2 dies, plus an embossing folder, gems, and ribbon. And it's one ordering code of $191. Now this whole suite is not available. You can't order just this. And the designer series paper just came back into stock like 2 days ago. So here's the designer series paper. So you get 10% off with the bundles. Bundles being the Stamp and Die Togetherness. I'm concerned that this paper is gonna sell out again. It's incredible. I love it. It's so, so pretty. For Christmas. But anyways, I'll get to that in a moment. And then this just keeps on going, the Traditions of Christmas. It gives you ideas on what kind of cards to put together. And then it keeps going here with the embossing folder. And then it just keeps on giving because we have more. You can make tags from it. The dies you can cut out from the designer series paper, which is what this is showing you here. And then it's just kind of giving you an overall, all the things that you can do with the tags and the dies. I think that's it, yeah. So it's quite a bit in this suite. I highly recommend it. I have used it a lot on YouTube. It is probably by far the most watched videos is when I use the Traditions of Christmas, which is just a testament as to how gorgeous it is. So here's the stamp set, here's the and the dies that go with. Okay, are you dying to see the sampler? I am. I'm just bringing up your comments so that I can chitty chat with you. There I am. Oh, and I'm really far away. Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna just scooch in my camera and then I'm gonna show you the sampler because it's amazing. All right. So here's the deal. You get, so for $40, you're gonna get a package of the designer series paper, which is this one here. And you are going to get, just let me move this stuff. So you get a full pack of the Traditions of Christmas 12 by 12 designer series paper. It's going to be an in-person class on November 29th. Ready? Don't blink. Here it is. That's it there. That's the beauty. So it's a frame. It stands up like this. And this is what we're making. Do you love it? I'm so pleased with it. So very pleased. I'd love a thumbs up if you like it. So a full pack of paper, you get the frame, you get all of the cutouts to do what's in that frame. If you want to come in person, you can use my dies and you'll cut from your paper. You'll use these dies here to cut all the bits out of your designer series paper, and then you'll have tons left over. And then you can use this to make your sentiment piece as well if you don't have the dies. If you're not able to attend in person on the 29th, then there is a virtual option. So if you have these dies, you can get the class and participate virtually and cut out your own bits. Or there is a to-go, which is you need to have the dies, at least these dies, and I will send you the paper and all of the pieces and the frame. So there it is right there. Do you love it? I love it. I'm so excited about this class. I hope you are too. I hope you love it. I hope you're excited for it. Because it would be great to have you join. So, all right. I am going to show you about today's project. So we're going to, I cut out our bits. Cherry cobbler base, card base. This white piece is just going to go on the inside. And then we have these pieces. So this is all from Traditions of Christmas. So I've cut those in gold. This is going to be our sentiment. We're going to use some of the ribbon. It's got like a gold shimmer to it. And we've got these little holly pieces, and then this is a die cut from the Designer Series paper, and it's got a gold in it. That's it. Those are our pieces. Easy peasy. So let's do our outside first. Okay. I'm just creasing that down. So we're going to make a background. These are my stamps. Those are going to go on the inside. My sentiment, Mary. That's the sentiment. And we're just going to make a background. So I'm using Cherry Cobbler. And I'm just going to tap, tap gentle. And I'm just going to add, actually, I need a piece of paper under here. Because I'm going to go over. And I need a cushion. What am I doing here? Uh-oh, where are my cushions? Stand by. Okay, I'm gonna improvise because I don't know where my squishy pads are. What I'm saying is the photopolymer, you need some kind of padding underneath, you know? All right, now I'm organized. So we're just making a little background. Wherever you would randomly like to put the words. That's it. We're not going crazy. So you could do Merry and be very uniformed, or you could do Merry Christmas and be very uniformed. That's not how we're rolling with this card, or this background, I should say. And when you're making a background, don't be shy. Like, I mean, it's a word this time, but if it's not a word, rotate your stamp so that you get a different look, you know? All right, while we have our ink pad out, let's stamp our sentiment. So this is, how big is this? It's really small. It's like a ½ an inch. So we're gonna use from this 'Tis the Season. Aw, thank you, Lori. That's a very kind thing to say. Thank you for saying I'm a nice teacher. Yeah, I do love it, for sure. That's crooked. Let's try that again. I'm lost without my grid lines. Oh, hi, Cheryl from Saskatchewan. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm gonna do this right this time. Nailed it. All right. So the sentiment is going to be a little bit different. So what do you mean by that, Tanya? Well, we're going to, I'm cutting on an angle, obviously. And I didn't leave enough space at this end to cut on an angle, but you could keep that in mind if you wish. All right, hang on one second. I just have to adjust here. One moment. I got my calendar that's in the way. All right. Let me do this dry. I think I have too much gold. I don't know. If you're like me, I'm super stingy with my gold. My gold foil paper is what I'm talking about. So this is the look that we're going for. I'm gonna add this one, and then this is where I think it's too much. I think I got too much gold. Oh, maybe not. We'll see. So I'm sort of using this one to cover up the end of that one, you know, and I'm tilted on purpose. And then we're gonna take these pieces. I'm just gonna do a little tuck, just to add they're just to break up the colors, you know. And then, who am I casing this from? What's her name? Stampin' Savvy. Stampin' Savvy is who I am casing this from. I don't know if she's American or not, but Stampin' Savvy. She's got 3 versions of this card on, I assume it's her website. Oh yes, stampinsavvy.com. She's probably American. Okay, so we're gonna do this. That's gonna go like that. And then this piece that we just stamped is gonna go here, like that. That's essentially what's going to happen. Okay, now, but before that, let's talk about dimension. So I'm not happy with this, and I don't like this little nick here, so that's happening. So try not to touch that because it's gonna fray, obviously. I should go get my fray check from my sewing room and put it on there. Okay, so let's do this. And then we've got that. Oh, and we're gonna use these little gems too. They come in the sweet traditional sparkle sequins. All right, let's get to assembly and do some fancy work with our popping. All right, so first things first is I think I'm okay with the amount of gold, right? Do you want to give me a thumbs up if you think the gold's okay? Perhaps. Okay, let's do, so the other thing you could do is if you wanted, you could take your blending brushes or your daubers, get some old olive, which is what this color is, and just add a little something to the ends. Should I do it? No, it's okay. Do it though, if you're gonna recreate this card. It's the subtle things that you're gonna do that make a difference on your project. Take it from, yeah, that's okay, to that's amazing. I have found it's the little things. All right, here we go. I'm gluing. Intentionally not gluing up here because I don't want it to all be stuck down, you know? So I'm just gonna take this all the way to the end here. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's a little piece here that didn't die cut properly because I was being stingy with my gold. But if you're gonna be stingy with your gold, don't worry about it. Like, nobody's gonna notice that I was trying to conserve my gold. I think I'm gonna pop this one up. I've got my minis. So, whoops. So Kate and I went to the Prestige last weekend and I got my nails done. Lance has been helping me with my, like doing some videoing and stuff, like holding the camera and kind of doing some stuff. And he says, you need your nails done. So it's really saying something if the guy is telling me I need my nails done. It felt really kind of silly. But anyways, so I got my nails done. What do you think? And Kate, if you're watching, this nail is already coming off. We had a whole debate about whether or not to do, what's the stuff where they cook your nails? can't remember what it's called. But I got my nails cooked and then I'm like, well, they're gonna pop off because that's what happens. They're like, no, it won't. It'll stay on. Not so much, but it could be because I'm in the pool quite a bit. 3 times a week I swam. 3 times this week. My body needs it. So I have ankylosing spondylitis, if you're new here. So I have, which is an autoimmune disease where essentially my bones fuse together. So that's good times. All right, so the pool helps. Now, how are we going to do this? I am gonna bring this down just a bit because I don't wanna cover that pretty flower. All right, this calls for tear and tape. Tear and tape. So why, if you're wondering, is because this ribbon, if I was to put glue on it, even though I am covering it with our other sentiment, I just don't like it. It's because it's gonna, there's a high likelihood that that Tombow is gonna ooze through. If you use the double-sided sticky tape where you, what's it called? Oh my God, my words today. Tape runner. Which I can't seem to get along with the tape runner for some reason. That would also work. Tear and tape is a little stronger, but that's an option. Wet glue is probably not ideal. And listen, once this is going on, it's staying on. There's no coming back from tear and tape. Okay, it's good so far, right? I think I'm gonna do, oh my God, I love it. Do you know what I like about this card, if I'm toot my own horn, is this in the background. I love it. I just love it. Sure, let's pop this, why not? We're here, we have the tools, let's just do it. Why not? Sure, one more, why not? I overkill on the dimensionals, I know. So in that sampler, I used this when I started putting that thing together. This was a full sheet of dimensionals. This is a lot of dimensionals, but it's worth it. Okay, so I'm using my grid mat to keep myself straight here. And I'm putting this so I've got a bit of a hint in behind. That might have not been super smart to do because I'm working with all kinds of different layers here and now I'm all discombobulated. All right, surgery is required. All right, watch this. So you might not be able to tell, but I'm all discombobulated here because I've popped this up, but I've got I'm too much popped. I'm probably not articulating myself well. So what I want to do is add some structure. So I've taken the sides off of both of this and I'm just going to do a little tuck and stick. Yeah. So tuck and stick has created, whereas this one is very flimsy. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking this. But it's good. It's good. It's good. Okay, if you do not have beautiful nails like me now, you could take your pick tool or even the tips of your scissors. Okay, let's just do it. I'll show you. Tip of your scissors, stick that down. And then for our surgery, we're just lift and stick. Lift and stick, ladies, lift and stick. Yep, I'm happy with that. It's a lot of layers. All right, let's do our little green pieces. I mean, it's fine like that, but we're adding some green because that's what Stampin' Savvy has done. So we're doing same. I don't want to cover that Mary. So I'm gonna be fancy and I'm tucking mid piece. What I mean by that is it's not under the gold, it's under this. Like it's mid. So I'm reaping the benefit of this gold piece being popped by just sliding that little piece in there. So it looks like it's popped up, but it's not. It's not for realsies popped up. that's gonna go right there because I'm happy with you there. So when you're doing this, if you start out here and you slide, you're gonna get glue out here. So try when you're doing your slide and glue, I'm bending because I don't necessarily want to get glue everywhere. You know what I mean? Okay, and so I'm within my card and I've captured my Mary. Jeez, I'm on point today. Where will you go? I feel like I even could have had more of these green pieces. Sure, you can go there. Why not? What do you think? It's a good card? You like it? I love a thumbs up. So what do you guys think of the sampler class or the sampler itself? Do you think you'll join the class? What do you think? 40 bucks I think is pretty good for what you get personally. If I do say so myself. All right, so let's go green. So these are super low profile, super low. So normally I use my take your pick tool, which we talked about last weekend. Oh, hey, where's my putty? So I'll tell you this tip again. Take your pick tool, it's a multi-tool. So you can take this and you can switch it out. It's got a little lock image there. And then there's all kinds of other tips that you can get for here. I'm not gonna show them to you, but there's a whole bunch. Now this putty end, if you have your take your pick tool, your tool comes with one of these in there, and I think it comes with a second one if I'm not mistaken. Now to get more putty out, you're going to twist this. It's super tight, but twist it best that you can. If you have arthritic hands like me, maybe ask your spouse to help you. Ouch. And then eventually, it takes a minute, it will ooze up in there. So then, once it comes up, the putty comes up as much as you want. Oh my God, look it. It's tight. Eventually, it will come out, but don't leave it. You need to back this off. Once you have the amount of putty that you want, you need to back that off a bit, or else you'll just keep getting your putty you'll be like, what the heck's going on? And then, I don't know if you can see it, but when my take your pick tool, this putty piece kept falling, kept unscrewing. So I put some plumber tape on there and now it doesn't do that. Okay, so the point of all of this was when you have a dimensional, the putty, usually we grab the sequence and we do this. And then when you're putting it down, you can push it down and then I roll to take it off. Or let's do one more. Let's do a little guy. So I'm pushing down and scooping. So now I've got my guy there. What the heck is on this thing? And so when I put this down, let's just say I put it down and it's not rolling off. Take your piece from the other end, unscrew it, put it down and get your pokey bit and then just hold it down. Yeah, options. You got options, folks. Okay, so that's that. And we're just about done. I want to do the inside. Before we're done, let's do the inside. So I need my squishy bit again. And I want to, and my ink. What do we think so far? What do we think so far? So I'm gonna keep Merry, and we're gonna do Merry Christmas on the inside. Merry. I love this scripty font. I love it. And Christmas. So I'm just kind of being mindful where this Y is to tuck my sentiment so that it's together, you know? All right, so now what I've not used for this set before is this bow. It's adorable, but I thought, oh, maybe it can go on the inside under. Oh, that's cute. I need it to be a different color though, I think. I'm doing it. Too lazy to go get another ink pad. I'm chicken though. Maybe I should do second generation. Yep, that's happening. All right, we're doing second gen. So first gen, second gen. Ready? I'm nervous. I keep not getting enough on that bottom piece. Okay, here's another tip. Let's just sort this out right now. All right, so let's clean this. So what's happening here is you can't really see it. Well, you can, let me see if I can show you. See right in here, it's not a full, it's fine there, but it's not a full stamp there. It's very minor, but it's like this one end piece. So when you have a brand new photopolymer stamp set, you want to rub this off a little bit. Okay. Yes, Kate O'Connor, I think you should try this one for sure. Stampin' Savvy is who I'm casing it from. She's got some other designs too. She's got embossing folders and things. Okay, so once we've rubbed that off, now when we pick up our ink, it should, yeah. See, the ink stays on our block or on our stamp. All right, here we go. Okay, so first and second. I like it. I like it. I never do the inside of my cards. I'm being fancy today. I just love it. It's the Traditions of Christmas suite that I love so much. I dig it. Reminds me of my own Christmas decorations, like with the golds and the deep reds. Okay. Okay, so newsletter tomorrow, the registration or the sign up for the newsletter is there. If you're gonna sign up for the newsletter, you're gonna get an instant, like a reply that will have a color coach download with all the Stampin' Up! Colors and different ideas of color combinations. And then you will get all of the subsequent tutorials that I do every week that have a PDF download next week. So if you sign up this week, you'll get it tomorrow. And yeah, and then every week you'll just be on the list to get the PDF download. And I'll also put the class registration for the sampler, which I'm going to show you again here in a second. I boasted about not gluing this, but now it's bothering me that I'm fine with it being a little bit unstuck, but not that much. It's too unstuck. So I'm just going to tuck this guy in here. A little tuck and stick. That's the motto for today, folks. Tuck and stick. Okay. So newsletter sign up is there. Let me show you this sampler again. So it's $40. There's only 8 spots. In person on November 29th. Or you can get it to go if you need these dies for sure. You get a pack of this Traditions of Christmas. It's only for people in Canada. Sorry, my American friends. So you get a whole pack of designer series paper, and then you get this frame, and you get all the bits to make this sampler, and then it stands up. So you can gift this if you want, or you can keep it for your own decorations, which is what I'm doing. So where this idea came from, well, not the sampler idea, but why I decided to do this class is because my lovely friends always say to me, Tanya, I keep your Christmas cards and I keep them for decorations in subsequent years. And I thought, you know what, that is so cool that you do that. They're like, you put so much work into them. They're so pretty. And I thought, why not have something that can be displayed every year? So here's the bonus for this class. This piece, let me see if I can get these open. We are going to do, in January, we're going to do a different filler. And the different filler for this frame will be Valentine's Day. And then in February, we're going to do St. Patrick's. And then in March, we're going to do Easter. So when you get this class here in December, then you get a discount on all the subsequent opportunities to make different inserts for the frame. I'm just trying to shake out this centerpiece so you can see what it looks like. Very gently. So it's $40 in person on the 29th, or you can do it to go. So these little nib things, are they nibs? I don't know. The things that hold down the frame in the back. Just want to gently take our paper out. Once you get one, the rest of it's fine, but it's a tight fit. So that's the piece. So every month, if you wish to participate, you'll have your frame, and then it will be some variation of putting together another version for Valentine's Day, for St. Patrick's Day, Easter, and then I'm thinking about doing one for Mother's Day. So then you could purchase an extra frame if you wanted to gift it to your mom or a special woman in your life for Mother's Day. But we'll get there when we get there for Mother's Day. They will not be the same configuration. Like, we'll mix it up each month. It'll be different. So this one's $40, obviously, for Christmas, and then subsequent months you'll get a discount because you'll already have the frame. And then I'll give you all the measurements and everything to get our pieces in. And then each month you'll be able to swap out for a new decoration in your house if you wish. Or if I'm thinking my mother-in-law, she saves all my cards that I send her. She's so sweet. She's up in Chemainus at one of the assisted living, and this would be lovely for her to have. Oma, to have next to her bed. She doesn't have a ton of room, but then we could swap it out each month and she could have a little bit of decoration. So there's a few variations that you could do with this. So that's the sampler class. I love it. I'm just so proud of myself. It's beautiful. It took me probably 4 or 5 hours to put all of this together, but I loved every moment of it. All right, so that's that. I don't have a class link yet because I'm just not that organized, but drop something in the comments if you wish, and I can follow up with you for a seat, or the newsletter tomorrow will have the class sign up if you wish. But on to today's project. So there's what we made. I so appreciate you spending time with me this morning. Thank you for hanging out. Have a fantastic weekend, and we will chat again next Saturday at 9 o'clock. Bye for now.